Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Charles Crain, and I'm the Managing Vice President of Policy at the National Association of Manufacturers. Appreciate the opportunity to testify before you all today on the investment of a generation in America's manufacturers, H.R. 1, last year's historic tax law. Just a year ago, manufacturers were facing the prospect of devastating tax increases across the industry. Pro-growth and pro-investment incentives had already expired, and taxes were scheduled to go up even more on essentially everyone at the end of 2025, from multinational corporations to small family-owned businesses to manufacturing workers and their families. The risks associated with these tax hikes were real. 6 million American jobs were on the line, along with more than $500 billion in employee wages and over $1 trillion in U.S. GDP. Thankfully, Congress and the administration, with manufacturers by your side, took action. H.R. 1 was signed into law by President Trump on July 4th, America's 249th birthday. Now, as we approach the 250th anniversary of America, just a month from today, manufacturers are using the tax law to invest more, to innovate more, to hire more, and grow right here in the United States. That's because H.R. 1 sets a pro-competitive and permanent baseline for America's tax code. It preserves the 21% corporate tax rate, and it makes permanent both lower rates for pass-through businesses and the pass-through deduction. H.R. 1 gives multinational companies more reason to invest in America, and it protects all American family businesses from the estate tax. It also increases take-home pay for manufacturing workers who utilize overtime pay. And most importantly, H.R. 1 includes permanent and pro-growth incentives that were designed specifically to stimulate manufacturing investment. Thanks to H.R. 1, manufacturers can immediately deduct their R&D expenses, their capital equipment purchases, the interest on any debt finance projects, the cost of new and expanded manufacturing facilities. These immediate expensing provisions are the heart of H.R. 1. Because they incentivize and support the exact job-creating investments that drive the manufacturing economy in America. At the NAM, we hear about the real-world impact of these provisions every single day. A family-owned business in North Carolina was able to purchase multiple pieces of capital equipment that they'd been holding back on and hire 5 new people as a result. A small C Corp in Iowa, whose job gains since 2017 were on the line if the corporate tax rate had gone up. A helicopter company doing more R&D to detect forest fires, a tool company that increased its workforce by more than 10% because it could afford new debt-financed investments, a family business owner who now has the certainty and the confidence she needs to pass her business on to her sons, my fellow witness who is using the new factories deduction to expand his facilities outside of Chicago. That's just a sampling of the thousands of manufacturers across the country who now have the certainty that they need to invest for the future thanks to H.R. 1. 6 million American jobs were on the line, and instead, the 13 million people who make things in America are growing our nation's lead as a manufacturing superpower on the world stage. Alexander Hamilton said that the wealth, the independence, the very security of our nation are materially connected with the prosperity of manufacturers. Today, that manufacturing prosperity depends on tax policy that empowers our industry to invest, to innovate, and to grow. H.R. 1 is helping manufacturers deliver on Hamilton's promise, turning our boundless continent into a home for an industry that unlocks the ingenuity of the American people, as it always has, from the blacksmiths of the Revolution to the arsenal of democracy and more. And on America's 250th anniversary, just a month from today, that's something worth celebrating. Thank you.